statement today saying that President Obama is, quote, trying to pretend we are not at war.
I can just tell you what I think. I think we are at war. I think that the president needs to be unambiguous in making it clear that we have an enemy, which is an Islamist extremist conspiracy, that this enemy has to be dealt with in a military way as well as using other tools, and that we are going to be focused as job number one on protecting the country. And that means, by the way, supporting our CIA agents and everybody else who does dangerous work. And we can't afford to muddle that message.
Within weeks of acquiring a visa to travel to the United States in 2008, Umar Farouk Abdul-Muttalib attended a seminar on Islamic studies in Houston, Texas. Classes similar to this one, photographed in Toronto, were scheduled in early August by the Al-Maghreb Institute, a school that claims to be the largest Islamic studies student body in North America.
What is Al-Maghreb Institute?
The Institute's website promises seminars that are fun, engaging, and information-packed. One instructor tells CNN Abdul-Muttalib was very quiet and expressed no radical views during the conference. He was 21 at the time and residing in London. According to the flight schedule he provided the Institute, Abdul-Muttalib was in Houston 17 days.
I heard the report, and I thought, please let it be a real terrorist. Please let it be some lone nut. Please don't let this be the government again. Please don't let this be a patsy or a provocateur op or a setup. Please, please, because I want to know the government isn't doing this. I want to think everything's all right. It's a million times less scary to think it's rogue people in caves doing this. And then sure enough, that night I got online and read the mainstream media reports, and then Saturday and today, and even mainstream media. I've got 4 or 5 British newspapers, a Canadian paper, a U.S. paper, saying, did the U.S. and did the Europeans let this happen? And why? It's the same story it always is.
And let's back up to Pete Williams' final point about airline security and technology. We want to spend a bit of time on this topic tonight because the president today talked about bomb detection, trying to find out if a human is carrying explosives that are not meant to be discovered. The president talked about imagery. That means these new electronic machines that can see through clothing, they can see through just about everything. For some people who are worried about privacy, their dignity, perhaps religious beliefs, these machines show way too much. And while this may be a bit graphic, tonight we want to show you what these machines show.
But a Nigerian suspect was completely unexpected.
I said, for God's sake, this can't be a Nigerian. I was shocked. In fact, I said, perhaps somebody was just trying to bring a big shame on our country.
Playing cards. I'm just people watching, and I saw 2 people approach the ticket agent that, I didn't think the people were strange if you look at them separate, but I thought it was strange that they were together. And one of them looked like a poor black teenager to me. And the second man looked like a wealthy 50-ish, I thought he was Indian, but, let's just say Southeast Asian descent of some sort. Okay. And they seemed like an odd couple to me to be together, and they approached the ticket agent, and I could hear the entire conversation. It was very quiet, and I was only about 10 feet away. And only the Indian man spoke. And what he said was, this man needs to get on the plane, and he doesn't have a passport. And the ticket agent then said, well, he has to have a passport to get on the plane. And the Indian man then responded, he's from Sudan. We do this all the time. And the ticket agent then responded, well, you'll need to talk to my manager, and pointed down a hallway for them to go down, which they did.
Can I stop you there? Because
Sure.
one of the questions I had was, and you identify this man as he's been called the sharp-dressed man.
Correct, Mr. Sharp-Dressed Man. Coined by M Live, not me, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
well, I mean, it does kind of fit. A guy in a suit, anyway, especially, you know, when you're standing next to a poor black teen at this point, which we found out later he's rather rich.
Yeah.
Did he identify himself at all, or did he just bring this up and say, we want to get this guy on the plane, he doesn't have a passport? Did he say who he was or
No, he
who
didn't.
he was representing?